have to eat, pray, love. Go ahead and break the ice. You get it? Here. Can I get the clicker? It's right here. How do I put this one? You go down. Down. Okay. Timer can start.
Hi. Do you want to go get coffee after this? Are you in the back? Do you want to go to the movies with me? No? Well, it's completely understandable. I'm a total stranger who asks you to perform an activity with me, and you're feeling awkward, right? So let's break the ice. My name is Madina, I'm 25 years old, and last year I came back to Kazakhstan after spending 2.5 years in Europe, in Italy actually. And I was used to this tight schedule and no room for hobbies or any extra activities. But after I graduated, this whole marathon has stopped. And it felt like I was running on the highest speed and suddenly stopped. And I felt like Julia Roberts in her Eat, Pray, Love movie. Eat, Pray, Love movie. Eat, Pray, Love movie. Okay. Yeah, I felt like Julia Roberts in her Eat, Pray, Love movie. So I decided to start my journey of self-exploration, just like her. And the first step of this whole journey was eat. The first step of this journey was eat, but my body couldn't. In January 2022, I was corona positive. I had this terrible sore throat and I felt lost. And it felt like for the first time in my life, I had this mess of feelings and thoughts in my and different thoughts in my head. I was feeling lost and I was doubting myself. I was anxious and scared. I was shaking all the time. So I decided to take care of this. I decided to take a complete health checkup, and later I found out that I was under a lot of stress, both physically and mentally. So I decided to take care of my body. I started taking pills. I completely changed my daily routine, the way I eat, the way I sleep. And after that, I felt better. In the beginning of February, I was so much better. So I decided to escape to the country with my favorite breakfast. Can you guess it? It's turkey.
Oh.
Yeah, it's turkey. I contemplated the waves, and I breathed the sea air in the beaches of Alanya. I saw the mighty snowy mountains in Cappadocia, and finally I could eat and enjoy all the fantastic Turkish dishes. That's how I learned to slow down, reflect, and find the true pleasure of food and nature. Which brings me to my next stage. Right. When I came back to Kazakhstan, I felt like I was completely recovered from corona. But still I had to take care of the mental aspect of the chronic stress. So I got into therapy. The therapy is the place where I found out that it's okay not to feel okay. I spent hundreds of hours praying and meditating. It was a journey of growth and self-discovery. The one that was both challenging and rewarding. And by the end of the month, I was able to realize and be brave enough to admit that I felt lonely. Sure, I had my friends, family, and all the colleagues I could hang out with, but it just didn't feel right. I was not alone, but I felt lonely. But no worries, this story has a happy ending. And that ending is full of love. Which brings us to the third stage, stage number 3. In the beginning of June, I decided to embrace my solitude, but I also wanted to bring new people and love into my life. At that point, I had no idea what kind of people I wanted around me. So I decided to spend some time on the seashore in the south of France and also be open to new adventures. And I had an adventure indeed. On the second day of my stay, I was hit by a car. And it turned my life upside down. After this happened, I started enjoying every little second of my life. I started being open to new people and adventures. That summer, I would enjoy sunsets with 3 Iranian refugees. And I would also spend 3 more days at their place. Complete strangers, can you believe that? I would also find myself discussing a date with the son of an old Turkish man in Istanbul. This whole period was dedicated to establishing new connections and truly appreciating and falling in love with people I meet. It was at that time when I came across an Instagram recommendation of Toastmasters Club. The club where I found so many warm and welcoming people. People who would create Spotify playlists to cheer me up. Yay! People who are so much time to spend the time with. And of course, it took me some time and courage to come up on stage here and state hi. But here I am today, talking to you, breaking the ice, and hoping that after this speech someone would enjoy a cup of coffee, or going to the movies, or just eating, praying, and loving with me. Thank you.
Oh, you know what? You can have your glasses. I'm going to take your lapel mic also. Thank you so very much. That was awesome. All right. Ooh, the room is filled out since I came up last. Great to see everybody. Okay, our next speaker is online. And so our next speaker, number 3, is Asyam Kazantayeva. And so Asyam's